Hello and welcome to the latest episode of the Masterdom Podcast. The boys are back again. Westy and Sam were joining me again on what day is it? Tuesday in Galway. It's quiz night. Give me some firework noise there, Westy.
That was a screamer.
That was a screamer.
Do you ever screamers?
I do. Back in the day. Joined by Sam Westy, obviously. How are you, lads?
Good. Finally, good weather again. I know the rest of Ireland has had class weather the last couple of days, but we've had absolute shocking weather. So it's nice to have a bit of sun again.
Yeah, this is our fourth day of summer, and that's it. We're done.
Yeah.
Rain for the rest of the year. How is the weather in Mayo, Westy?
It's lovely today. It was okay yesterday. But yeah, I found it pretty funny that once the restrictions started to be eased on Friday, I mean, it was piss and rain here all weekend.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
So, really couldn't do much.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's getting good for the bank holiday weekend, though, so can't wait to...
Apparently, yes. Supposedly Thursday is supposed to be the best day of the year for us. That's what
bank holiday cans in the back garden, woo!
Oh, yeah. Can't wait to sit in my own kitchen on my own, crying into a beer bottle. Anyone else?
I've done a lot of that so far.
Yeah. It's been my regular Friday night now.
It's fun. I like it. We're doing a quiz tonight, boys. Rugby quiz, because, I want to test your knowledge. You're two knowledgeable guys.
What knowledge? The whole point of being on this podcast was that we were not knowledgeable.
We're literally called Master of None.
Passionate people that speak a lot. We don't...
Yeah. Well, this is more a bit.
I'm not a numbers guy. Okay, I'm not a facts and figures kind of thinker.
You're a motivator. That's what you are.
I am. I'm a motivator of people. I'm motivating people to turn off the podcast and go back to what they were doing.
Yeah. Well, once they listen to a minute, it counts as a listen. So that's all that matters.
That's all that matters.
We're doing 3 rounds tonight. 3 rounds of 10 questions. First question is sort of just general rugby. Second round is like a Lions team. The team, not the animal. So Westy, sorry about that. I know. I'm sorry.
I've been spending all morning watching David Attenborough.
What's the group of lions called, Westy?
Oh, I think this was in a quiz I did before.
I know this was like a layup.
Is it Pride of Lions?
It's Pride.
Yeah.
Come on, man. You've seen the Lions.
I was thinking, I don't know. I genuinely did a quiz a few days ago. It was what was a group of rhinos called, but I can't think of the answer. So,
Sam's odds of winning this quiz just were slashed by the bookmakers after Wesley. And then round 3 is Ireland rugby and specifically. So, look, lads, this is just a bit of crack. It's for people. I like to listen along to quizzes and play along. So anyone's listening along, they can play too, and then see if they're better than the rugby guys on the Masterdom podcast.
If you are, don't tweet us. If you lose to us, tweet us. Let us know.
If you are, tweet me your score, and I will replace you with the lads on the podcast. So
Sam needs to maintain his fantasy world. So only tweet him if you lost.
Yeah.
I will not
engage with people who have more knowledge than I do.
We do not negotiate with terrorists. That's what I always say. Okay, guys, he's ready. Pens and paper. So I'm just we're gonna go through the questions. At the end, I'm gonna ask you what the answers was, and I trust.
Pen you going with, Westy?
Oh yeah, great question.
I got the Bic Blue 3 grip. Check that out.
He means business.
I got the bog standard black Bic Biro, but I got a backup Eason ballpoint just in case.
Oh, you got a backup pen. I don't have a backup pen.
It was just on the table.
How does the Blue Grip 3 compare to Blue Grip 2? What's your comparison?
Oh, no comparison.
No comparison.
I couldn't even give you a word.
Is it more bluey or more grippy?
I mean, it's the amount of blue and grip could not be more than I have now. Let's
I
put it that
got blue
way.
tack grip.
Oh, nice.
Sam, what kind of paper are you rocking?
Oh my God!
Notepad.
I'm going bog standard white because I forgot to bring a notepad up and there's a printer beside me. So bog standard white.
Oh no, man, I got lined. 100% recycled.
Now that I know you have a printer, I will be using that to my advantage at some stage.
Recycled.
Oh, nice one, Westy. Way to save the turtles, Westy.
That's good. I like that.
Yeah.
Sam, I'm loving your Super Rugby dedication here. You excited for the return?
I know.
I'm going for that New Zealand tournament that's coming. I'm backing my boys, the Canes. Loved them ever since I was a kid because I've got a thing about yellow jerseys. I just think yellow jerseys always a class, especially they're yellow and black. That's always cool. So that's why I like the Canes. You like Western Force because you're taking it into West, and I know that.
I'm backing the Western First to return for the Internal Australia League.
Yeah,
We're
which
back
is
in business.
hilarious. If I was Western Force, I'd be like, get fecked. You just like abandoned us, made us sign a load of semi-pro players and relegated us completely. But now you want us.
Come crawling. Look who comes crawling back.
That young lad that played for Connacht Eagles for a season was meant to be like the next big thing at out half. Deegan, he signed for them when they reinstated. Remember, they went like they disappeared completely, and then they reinstated in like the National League.
Now they're playing rapid rugby or something.
Yeah, so he went and signed for them. So I was annoyed with that because he was one of them players that I was excited about coming over. We saw him for about 4 minutes. Then he played for the Eagles for the rest of the season. Everyone was like, oh no, he's got a good chance. And then he just disappeared completely. And turns out like there was no announcement or anything. I just saw on his Instagram that he's playing for Western Force. What the fuck?
Did an Irish goodbye on Connacht. The 2 nice jerseys, boys. I would have to give a small advantage, I think, to the Western Force, though.
Oh, what?
I'm sorry. I just like I'm that kind of color. I prefer that kind of color. Sorry.
This is heyday Force as well. This is James O'Connor era Western Force. You know, back when they were actually good.
You got some James O'Connor vibes, Westy, with that kind of hair.
If you told me that 8 years ago, Sal.
Especially when you had those blonde highlights.
Yeah.
Next game Westy plays, you're just going to see in his mind he'll get the ball. And he'll look to touch and he'll boot it, and it'll go straight in the air or something.
I'll be the crowd going, that was very James O'Connor like. That was very James O'Connor.
Maybe I'll just do some cocaine and start a fight. That's very James.
Whoa! Allegedly. There goes our chance of getting him on the podcast. Thanks, Westy.
Maybe he wants to come out and defend himself. What is it, Steve? I thought the whole point was to do hot takes.
Yeah, but that's actually like a hot take is like a lie. That's probably true. Okay, focus. Quiz time.
Quiz time. In the zone.
I wish I had some like heartbeat, you know, the dun 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 dun.
Are the rounds? Sorry, I have a question. Are the rounds named, or is it a standard round one situation? This
is just everything rugby. Could be anything.
Is there a point? Is there a point for best team name?
Yeah, I will. If you can think of one on the spot. Do you want to wait till the end? I'll give you some time to wait till the end, and you can do that.
Yeah, I'll think about it during the quiz. This is going to take up most of my thinking power.
Yeah, I know. But I'm not even participating, and I'm thinking of quizzing. Okay, question 1. I'm so nervous. If I was playing at the Cabbage Patch, what stadium would I be playing at?
Cabbage Patch?
World famous stadium.
World famous?
World. Oh, prestige. God. Worldwide. Okay. Okay. Well, can I move on to question 2?
Yeah, go for it. I haven't got it right.
I thought you would know this easily. Okay.
Off to a flyer.
If we're struggling with that one.
I like that question after a bad start. I like that.
Let's just leave it there. Thanks, guys. See you next week. Okay, question 2. Which country have brothers Manu, Elise, Kappa, Viliami, and Fiao all played Test rugby for? I've definitely pronounced that last name wrong, but I will spell it out for you guys. FE''AO.
Better, closer, warmer.
How are you pronouncing that?
I just meant in terms of the questions.
Oh, sorry. I thought are we okay with my pronunciation of that?
What's the question again?
Oh, damn it. Which countries?
Can you spell all surnames in that question when you do?
They're not surnames.
They're not surnames. They're brothers.
You
haven't told us the surname.
That's what I'm asking. Oh no, I'm not asking you that one. Sorry, I'm asking you what the country is, but I'm not giving you surnames. Yeah. First names. Do you want me to ask it again?
Yeah.
Okay, so which country have the brothers Manu, Elise, Kappa, Viliami, and Fiao all played Test rugby for? If Fiao is listening, I apologize.
Wait, they all played for that country, or I don't know.
They all played Test rugby for this country.
Yeah?
At senior level?
Yeah, yeah.
So they're capped by that country.
Wesley, you are this close to being disqualified.
It's one of two answers depending on the question.
That's a tough one for me now.
Which the answer or the question?
Because I'm thinking 2 nations. If it's the same set of brothers, it could be trick question.
Yeah. which country have the brothers? So they're all brothers
Yeah.
from the same mother. Just to clarify that.
And they've all played for the same
Test
country.
rugby for the same country.
Jeez.
This is only question 2, lads, and I've repeated myself 8 times. I'm
Put
moving
an
on.
asterisk beside that question because it's not clear.
I hope Wesley gets it right then, because there's going to be pandemonium otherwise.
You
Okay.
better be right. Well, I mean, actually, I think I have it wrong based on the phrasing of the question. But
Yeah.
when I
Really?
asked you to specify, you told me I was going to get disqualified. So I've gone with.
That's the only specification I can do is the question I have written in front of me. So.
Well, are they internationally recognized caps
Yes,
at
sure.
senior level?
Sure, yeah. Why not?
Okay, well then it's not what I thought it was.
Well, then I don't know if that's true. I'm just saying yes. Question 3. God damn it. This is going to be a 4-hour podcast. Which Super 12 team did Jonah Lomu play for in 2002 when he played his last game as an All Black?
Oh.
Good question, right?
Good question.
Next question is multiple choice, so it's should be a layup for you guys. Keeping on the Jonah Lomu team, in the 1995 World Cup semi-final, he trampled over the England fullback for his iconic try. Who was that poor, unfortunate player? Here is your multiple choices. Is it Rob Andrew, Rory Underwood, Will Carling, or Mike Catt? How are we feeling about that one?
I've seen the video a million times.
I know, yeah. It's tough to see because his face is so pummeled.
Those things where I thought I knew the answer, and then Smurf started listing options, and I was like, oh shit, I don't know the answer.
I hate when that happens. Like, oh, it must be the last one, and then it's not. This is my probably my favorite question on the quiz. This next one, because it's so good. Are we okay to move on, or do you want more time?
Yeah, fine.
Johnny Wilkinson scored the most points at the 2003 World Cup, but who scored the second most?
Second most.
I'll give you the third place person was Elton Flatley.
Oh.
So that removes one player from your potential lists. Well, very well-known player.
Well-known player.
Yeah. Halfway through round 1, guys. How are we feeling? I'm having fun.
Yeah, we're good. I'm not sure about that last question. I'm not sure about any of these questions. I think I'm fucking.
Don't worry.
I thought I knew the Jonah Lomu question, but now I think I might be mixed up.
Which one? There's 2 Jonah Lomu questions.
I mean, mixed up on all of them.
Okay. Question 6. Which former New Zealand rugby captain had part of his ear bitten off by South African rugby player Johan Leroux in a 94 test match between the 2 countries? Sam, not looking. Please. That's tough. In fairness, that's one of the tougher ones you're going to get.
I'm just trying to think of anybody who played at that time.
Yeah. Ideally, the New Zealand captain.
Yes, somebody who I think played 20 years before that. So it couldn't have been.
Jesus. 94.
You have heard of him. He's you will if you don't get it, you'll know him when I tell you. Westy pondering.
I got stand in my pondering spot.
You have to turn on the camera though, so YouTube can see you.
Oh, okay, hold on.
This is where Westy goes to think about questions. He got it. It all came to him. It's that former New Zealand captain is in his garden.
Well, since the lockdown, I've actually been making straw dolls of all great former international rugby players. So I just have to go out and have a look, and I practice my tackling. And you know what? Often they step me.
Quade Cooper like step.
Quick Cooper. Oh no.
No, unfortunately. He's not on this quiz, unfortunately. Okay, question 7. Which Scottish rugby union winger suffered a severe neck injury in an international match against Wales in 2010, which forced retirement from the sport?
Oh.
Sure, if I actually remember the game.
I've seen things afterwards. The doctor said that if his neck had moved like another inch, he would have been paralyzed. Pretty scary stuff. Okay.
What year was it?
2010. 10 years ago.
Jesus.
You look.
I don't even remember if this guy's a winger. It's just the only Scottish name from about that long ago. I can remember.
It should be good. Okay, question 8. Which English club play the rugby at the aptly nicknamed The Rec, or the Recreation Grounds? Bodie is straight in there. There's a point for you. Look at his.
Yeah, well, it's since you said that, and I went, oh yeah, number 1 definitely can't be that.
Well, at least you know now.
Oh, what's Cabbage Patch?
Yeah, I don't know. Cabbage Patch.
It's not a club ground.
Not a club ground.
Oh.
Well, no, I don't. Yeah.
Do we have to say the name of the ground or just the country that play there?
The name of the ground.
Come on, man.
No chance.
Okay, you were quick with that one, so we'll move on to question 9. What was England rugby star Brian Moore's nickname?
Jeez, I could get a solid 0 in this round.
No, you got the last one right, I think.
Brian Moore.
Question 10 is tough, but we watched the game on this podcast.
Oh, God.
So I felt like it was fair to put it.
Better not be like, what's the name of that Japanese guy who scored?
No, it's not.
If the answer to this question isn't Bundyaki, I'm going to be pretty annoyed. I'm going to write down Bundyaki now, and I'm not going to worry about the question.
No, it's not. Well, if he was playing in the 2003 World Cup final, then maybe, but no. This is a tough question, but it's the last question of round 1, so it needed to be tough. In the 2003 Rugby World Cup final, who was the referee? I will accept the country he was from, because it's tough. A large exhale from Sam.
I'm not doing well in this. I'm ruining my rep.
Well, I was going to do like a conic round, but then he's just got 10 out of 10 probably, so I just didn't.
Yeah, I need that to boost. 2 out of 10 I got here.
So conic questions are not coming.
What was give us the questions again. Fire again. I wasn't listening. Start over.
All questions.
Just quick fire.
Okay. 1, if I was playing at the Cabbage Patch, what ground would I be playing at? 2, which country have brothers Manu, Elisi, Kappa, Viliami, and Feo all played Test rugby for? 3,
I take issue with that question.
Shut it. What Super 12 team did Jonah Lumu play for in 2002 when he played his last game as an All Black? 4, who was the unfortunate fullback that Jonah Lumu mauled on his way to that iconic try? Question 5, Johnny Wilkinson scored the most points in the 2003 World Cup, but who scored the second most? Question 6, which former New Zealand rugby captain had part of his ear bitten off by South African rugby player Johan Leroux in a 94 test match? Question 7, which Scottish rugby union winger suffered a severe neck injury in an international match against Wales in 2010, which forced his retirement from the sport? Question 8, which England club played the rugby at the aptly nicknamed The Rec? Question 9, what was England rugby star Brian Moore's nickname? And final question, which I will accept, nationality, who was the referee of the 2003 World Cup final between England and Australia?
Jeez, it's not been a good round for me, lads.
Put a lot of guesses there when you fired back through.
Okay.
The New Zealand captain one, I've completely just guessed.
Okay.
I don't even know if I'm in the right time period. I have an answer.
It's not Richie McCaw. Just in case.
Ah!
Okay, question 1. Where is the Cabbage Patch? Sam.
I said Twickenham.
Westy.
I said Eden Park.
Twickenham is the correct answer.
Oh, yes.
What a start by Sam. Okay, which country did the brothers play for? Sam.
Is it the Tuolagis? Is it England?
No.
Oh, Manu and Alessandro. Like, that's what I went with. So.
Wesley?
Yeah, well, I went with England because I assumed it was the two and
I thought I had Samoa.
If the answer is Samoa, I'm going to kill you.
No, it's Tonga.
Tonga. Maybe it's not the Tuolagis at all. Maybe it's just a Manu who threw it out.
Manu's quite a popular name, I'm sure.
What's the second name?
Elisi. Elisi.
Wait.
At least he wasn't one of the people's names.
They were all first names, yeah.
Yeah.
So what's the second guy called? Alison Elisi?
No, Manu is the first name. Elisi is the second name.
Yeah, what's their surname?
It doesn't give surnames. The brother is just as the.
No, but what is their surname? I'm asking you now.
Oh, I don't know.
Steven, did you prepare for this at all? Come on, we need more
That was the
information.
question.
I heard Manu, so I went with England, even though I was like,
Yeah, so maybe you didn't listen to it properly because all you heard Manu, you went, "Oh, it must be Tuolagi."
No,
That's
because
what
I
you
was
basically
like,
did.
the rest of them all played for Samoa.
But did you fact check this question at all?
Other people could.
He's
probably right.
Why would I lie? Why would they lie?
I completely just forgot that other people could be called Manu.
You thought I was talking about Samoa, and you were still wrong. So it was Tonga.
But they're called Manu Samoa. He's called Manu after Samoa. Like,
he's named after the country.
yeah.
Like you could go like Ireland West Airport.
Well, your name is Sam Ireland.
Iredale. But your
Yeah,
name
that's fucking
would be
close enough.
your name would be Ireland West, and then you'd have to name your child Ireland West Airport.
Why would I amend his second name to be Airport?
Why wouldn't you amend the second name to be Airport Westy?
Unless I found a woman whose
Westy,
surname is Airport.
You're not.
We double barrel.
That'd be good.
Yeah, a double barrel. Yeah. Okay, question 3. What was the club that Jonah Lomu played for?
The Auckland Blues.
Right, Sam, it's the Hurricanes.
See, I wrote Blues, but then I remembered that it was actually his last team he played for was Cardiff Blues.
Yeah.
And then I realized I was probably wrong, but I stuck with it.
Okay, so Sam's what, 2-0 up here?
2 up.
Oh, after he said that he was going to get 0. Great start by Sam. Okay, who was the full back that got mauled?
My cat.
Yes, correct, my cat. Well done. Question 5. If he's got this, I'll be very impressed. Who was the second highest point scoring in the 2003 World Cup?
I said Lotu Kiri for the crack.
Or with Stephen Larkham.
Both incorrect. It was, of course, Freddie Michalak.
Oh.
Yeah, I know.
I forgot other teams played in that World Cup.
Yeah, good question, right? Okay, who's the All Black captain? This could be good.
I just went with Jonah Lomu because I wanted to get a player that played in '94.
Yeah, incorrect.
John Kerwin?
No, Sean Fitzpatrick.
Ah.
Told you. I said that was exactly the moment I knew. I said earlier, when you find out the answer, they're both going to be like, and you did. Who is the Scottish international who had to retire?
I said Lamont.
I said Thomas Murray.
No.
Is that a name? Is that a thing?
No, Tom Evans.
Oh, I actually knew it was Thomas something.
Yeah, I think he's going out with a cold Scherzinger now, so.
Oh.
You know.
Oh, it's well that ends well.
Exactly, yeah. Okay, question 8. You've probably both got this. Who plays at the Rec?
Bath.
Yes, correct. Sam?
Yeah, Bath.
It's actually Tonga, so. Joke's on you again, Westy. So Westy's on the board.
I got my cat right.
My cat.
Oh, you did. Sorry, 3-2. No, 4-2. Oh. What's Brian Moore's nickname, lads?
Was it some sort of military thing? Was it Captain Moore or something they used to call him?
Negative.
I wrote Mr. Blobby.
Oh,
True.
so harsh. Oh, it was the Pitbull.
Oh, okay. I've never heard that. So.
Nope.
Yeah, French.
After the rapper Pitbull.
Le Pitbull.
Because they looked so alike.
Yeah. There was one game where Brian Moore, after scoring a try, went Mr. Worldwide. So, you know what I mean?
Like, how many tries have you scored? 1, 2, 3,
4. No, stop. I know you want me. Okay, I'll give bonus points if you can get the name, but I will accept also the country. Where was the referee?
I said France.
Okay. Westy?
I went with South Africa.
Correct. South Africa is
Oh.
correct.
Come on! Default point.
Any guesses on the name?
Johan van Ziel.
No. Did you just go for the most South African name?
That was the most South African name I could think of. I do know a guy whose surname is Van Ziel, but that's a different story.
It was Andre Watson.
That's not a very South African name.
No, it's not.
Sure he wasn't French?
Yeah, maybe back a couple of generations.
Yeah. Andre.
Okay. So what, Sam, after what, round 1?
4 points.
Westy 3.
A gentleman's 4.
Nice. That's Sam, after your initial thoughts that round. 4 points, not bad.
Good guess, though. Good guess.
I mean, I still have legislation pending over question 2.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
I don't accept your answer until I find out who these brothers were.
Fine, okay, whatever. You
I can have a point.
No, your second guess would have been Samoa, so you were wrong twice. So I don't see your problem. Okay,
Who's your researcher on this?
You're looking at him.
Did you just Google quiz questions?
I sifted through a lot of quiz questions, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, you think I pull these out of my ass? What the fuck do you think I am?
I think you're making them up as you go along.
Yeah, although I when I was looking through some quiz questions, some of them were as basic as, like, what number jersey does the scrum half wear? I should have thrown that in here, actually. Just
depends. If you're junior C, it's like with everyone's left.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, if you look at the Leicester Academy, they still use a lettering system. So
System.
True.
What are you talking about, Steve? I mean, if you're a replacement scrum half, you can have any number. And as Sam said, often in our level, the jerseys don't even have numbers, so you could be wearing no number on your back.
Or your scrum half is way fatter than a scrum half is supposed to be, and fit into the generic jerseys.
It's stretched so much it looks like an 8. Is that Westy, you are this. Let me get close. You are this close from being disqualified. Okay. What's your tone?
Throw me out. I don't care.
What's the sass, Captain Sassy Pants? Okay. Okay. Round 2 is Lions based.
Oh.
So
Lions.
That's as about creative as the Chelsea chant, but I'll allow it because it's the Lions.
I think rugby chants are generally quite crap, though. Like, Leinster, Munster.
There's a similar beat. I'll give you that.
Thank God
the words are completely different.
The words are different. The meaning is different.
Thank God none of them have 3 syllables. Then you.
Oh my God! Just realised, none of them have. Okay, round 2, question 1, boys. Focus back in, yeah? Focus back in. Who was the head coach for the Lions in 2001? Oh, both of them straight in.
I think this is right. 2001.
19 years ago, boys.
I think I'm right.
Westy was 20 back then.
Sounds older than me.
Yeah, but it's funnier to annoy you about it, you know?
I'm young. I'm in the prime of my life, Smurf. What are you talking about? My hip only hurts some of the time.
Yeah.
I only yell at children to be quiet 7 times a day.
I only get up once during the night to go pee, not twice.
Yeah.
Okay, question 2. Who took over as Lions tour captain when Brian O'Driscoll got injured in 2005?
Jesus, I watched this the other day and all.
Yeah, I watched actually. As I told you in the WhatsApp group, it just hurts too much. What is the linesman doing? He's staring right at the spear tackle and says nothing. Just disgusting. Wesley, do you have an answer, or can I move on, or are you pondering?
I'm pondering. I might have to go to the window.
It's not who I would have picked, if that helps.
Oh.
But that's me.
I don't know. I was watching this the other day and all. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Okay, question 3. Who was the forwards coach on the 2009 tour?
The forwards coach on the 2009 tour.
Yeah, big name. Obviously, he's on the Lions, but, you know, it's not going to be some randomer for the picked up from the street. What do you mean the forwards are the big slow lads? They're forwards. Doing this quiz for the Lions part makes me excited for the Lions.
Yeah.
Especially now that South Africa are world champions.
Is it still happening?
Well,
Supposedly, yeah.
Here's hoping. It's not till next year, sure, isn't it?
Yeah, but I mean, everything's been pushed back. Like the Olympics is pushed back to next year. It's not good, not beyond the realm of possibility. They push it back to 2022.
Olympics is a much larger scale event though than the Lions,
Yeah, exactly. So why would they compete with it for television rights? Why would they not just shift it to the year after?
Then it's throwing the whole 4-year cycle out of whack.
Well, it's done with the Olympics. I'm just saying, guys, it's not set in stone.
Apparently the Euros next year are still going to be called Euros 20. So
that's stupid.
So they don't ruin the 4-year cycle thing.
That's going to be one of those quiz questions, but in like 20 years. Speaking of quiz questions, here's number 4. Who was the top test try scorer in the 2013 tour?
2013 tour. Fuck.
Yeah.
Top test. Jeez. Remind me again. I'm trying to think.
Man, I've got one answer so far. I start making stuff up.
I don't know if I'm like any 2013 tour.
When you say making stuff up, just random names or actual players?
Yeah, make up random names. I feel like I have a better chance than guessing players.
Go for like some of the most common names in the world. You're bound to get one right.
Muhammad Lee.
Muhammad Lee, yeah. The well-known Scottish winger, Muhammad Lee.
I can't even think of the 2013 tour. I'm trying to think what happened in
2013 tour was in Australia.
Australia.
I feel like he said he said on the tour, so I'm wondering.
Test try scorer, he said.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He was.
I'm trying to think of them games.
He was a starting big player. He wasn't like, it's not one of those trick questions where
13.
It's not a forward. That's also a help.
Oh, cheers.
Jesus. I haven't a clue on that one.
Okay, moving on. We can go back to them again. Question 5. Who scored the opening try of the Lions' first test win over Australia in 2001? Very much replayed moment. Sam wrote quickly there. I think he knows that one.
I went with my gut as opposed to...
Always go with your gut, man. It wasn't Bundy Aki, though, if that's what you're thinking.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
That's normally both of your guys' good answers.
So you tell me Bundyaki didn't take over from captain either? Or he wasn't the forwards coach?
What year was that captain question again?
2005.
Oh, Jesus.
Does that impact your answer?
No, but my answer's wrong. I know that anyway.
Well, at least you know. It's good to know what you don't know. Question 6. Which of the following fly halves were not on that 2001 tour?
Oh, Jesus.
Johnny Wilkinson, Rowan O'Gara, Stephen Jones, or Neil Jenkins? Multiple choice. Do you want the list of names again, or are you good?
No, good.
Westy?
Yeah, I'm okay. I've given up on the quiz. I'm trying to think of a good team name.
Oh,
No. Don't give up on the quiz yet. It's only been around 2. Okay, next question. This is a good one. Alan Wynne Jones has made 9 appearances for the Lions. How many has he started?
How many has he started?
I can give multiple choice if you wish.
We'll just do a closest to it.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
We'll probably guess the same anyway.
How many did he play?
9. Yeah, closest gets a point. Unless if he's about like 1 away, then I'll give you half a point. Fuck it. This quiz is a farce.
It's not going well for us. We need to go back to what we know best.
I wonder how people are getting on at home.
Probably better than us anyway.
If you are, tweet in and make sure to abuse the boys, especially Westy, for his awful attitude.
Man, I have to go to school during the summer. We could at least do it outside in the sun.
Well, I never said you couldn't.
Oh man, I feel like I missed a trick there.
Yeah, you think better in the sun. Everyone knows it.
I do. I flower in the sunshine.
Vitamin D, man. Vitamin D.
Oh man. Question 8. How many tries did the Lions score against New Zealand in the first Test match on the 2005 tour?
5 tour. Jeez. I can't remember after about the third minute.
That game never happened in my head, so. God, we're 35 minutes in. How are we that long in already?
You think you know these things, and then you're listening, like you're like,
No.
I know a fair bit about rugby, and then you're like,
Yeah.
what was the name of so and so's dog? Like,
Yeah. That's the next question, actually, Sam.
okay, what was the name of Manu from Tonga's dog?
The well-known Manu Khaleesi family from Tonga. Now, question 9. Who is the oldest player to start a test for the Lions? Here are your 3 options. Is it Simon Shaw, Neil Back, or Brian O'Driscoll?
Who's the oldest now, or when they played for the Lions?
Who is the oldest player to start a test for the Lions?
But if they started a test for the Lions when they were 20, but now they're 80, then they're the oldest player to play for the Lions.
No, it's when they made their
when you like just being annoying on purpose, man.
Yeah, I'm just trying to pick holes at the quiz, really.
It doesn't even make sense what you're trying to say.
No, it doesn't at all.
Do you want the options again, or did you just hear them?
No, that's fine.
That means that Sam knows the answer.
Yeah,
I don't know the answer. I've guessed the one that looks oldest.
Question 10, last question, round 2, boys. Aren't we having fun? Everyone's having fun.
Jeez, I'm having like existential crisis about how little I know about the Lions. I thought I knew them.
Yeah, this is good. It's a good. It brings you back to the earth.
Yeah.
South Africa beat the Lions 2-1 in the 2009 tour. Who slotted the match-winning penalty for the South Africans? I believe O'Gara gave away this penalty, didn't he? With a big up and under, the goof.
Yeah. He was semi-concussed at the time.
O'Gara?
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a big bandage on his head anyway.
2009.
Yeah.
I'm fucking think of South African out half from 2009.
It's a good South African name. It's solid, like. It's better than Andre Watson anyway, I'll tell you that.
It starts with Johan anyway.
The French-Scottish referee, Andre Watson. Okay, I'll flick through these again, boys, just while you are thinking. Question 1, who was the head coach for the Lions in 2001? Question 2, who took over as Lions tour captain when O'Driscoll got injured in 2005? Scumbags. Question 3, who was the forwards coach on the 2009 tour? Question 4, who was the top test try scorer in 2013? Question 5, who scored the opening try in the Lions' first test win over Australia in 2001? Question 6, which of these fly halves were not brought on the 2001 tour? Johnny Wilkinson, Ron O'Gara, Stephen Jones, or Neil Jenkins? Question 7, Alan Wynne Jones, the great man himself, has made 9 appearances for the Lions. How many has he started? Question 8, how many tries did the Lions score against New Zealand in that first test match on the 2005 tour? Question 9, who is the oldest player to start a test for the Lions? Was it Simon Shaw, Neil Back, or Brian O'Driscoll? And question 10, South Africa bet the Lions 2-1 in the 2009 tour. Who slotted the match-winning penalty for the hosts? That's my quiz music. Uncopyrighted quiz music. Okay, question 1. Who was the head coach, boys?
Ian McGahan. Sir Ian McGahan.
Sam?
Ian McGeegan.
No, Graham Henry.
Graham Henry.
Oh.
Oh, how did I not know?
He's both wrote so quickly, I thought he's had it.
It was just a go-to Lions guy. But
I know, yeah, Ian McGeegan's a good shout in fairness. No, he had the famous line, he's like, no one out here respects you, and I know because I'm one of those people. It's a badass quote.
Good quote.
Who took over as Lions captain when O'Driscoll got speared?
Gee, I didn't have a clue in this. I said Wilkinson.
Westy?
I said Martin Johnson, but I don't even know if he was on that tour.
I think he was their manager at the time, wasn't he? Was he coach of England at the time?
No, it was Gareth Thomas.
Oh.
I think he scored a try in that game, did he? No?
I can't even remember.
Possible.
I watched it about 2 weeks ago and I can't remember.
Yeah. Who was the forwards coach of the 2009 tour?
Warren Gatland.
I said Martin Johnson.
Westy?
Warren Gatland.
Correct. Warren Gatland. Westy draws level.
He draws level.
What a high scoring quiz this is. Level at 4 after 2.5 rounds.
Don't Colin to come back. He's been here for years. Okay, who was the top test strike scorer in 2013?
I said
Tommy Bowe.
Who? Westy?
I said Tommy Bowe.
I said George North.
George North is the correct answer. What a response by Sam.
He's on the board now, boys.
5-4. The dizzying heights of 5-4. Who scored the opening try in the Lions' first test win over Australia? Australia.
Is that Driscoll?
Negative.
No?
Oh, no.
That was the famous try I was thinking of.
Yeah.
That was the second try, I think. Westy?
Oh.
I had a Driscoll.
Jason Robinson. 2.5 minutes, I think.
Another try.
2.5 minutes in. Yeah. Which flight half was not taken on the tour?
This one I was stuck between Jones and Wilkinson for ages because I don't know. I think I went with Jones.
I went with Jones as well, yeah.
Stephen Jones is the correct answer, boys. Well done. 6-5. Okay, nearest to this gets the right answer, but how many starts did Alan Wynne Jones make out of 9 appearances?
9.
Sam?
It was question 7, so I said 7.
7 is the correct answer.
Oh.
I love the confident 9 though, Wes.
I refuse to acknowledge him coming off the bench.
Yeah.
Just outright refuse.
It was 7 starts and 2 mistakes. That's what it was.
Hey, Lions captain next year. You heard it here first.
Do you think so?
No. I don't think. I don't know.
Warren Gatland's going to pick someone Welsh.
He's very old though. Like
he is like 40 years old. Come on.
But he's still. I mean, I think he's still one of the best second rows in the Northern Hemisphere.
No, well, we'll have to do a Lions podcast. We'll discuss that in more depth, but we also need to study more on the Lions.
Yeah, we need to know our Lions history.
Okay, how many tries did the Lions score against New Zealand in that first game, 2005?
2?
My first game. I thought you said on the tour.
No,
I said first game.
Yeah.
Fucking hell! I need to re-amend my answer. I said 7.
Well,
I thought I was on the tour.
Think about it again and give me an answer then.
I
Sam,
said 2.
I know Sam said 2, so I'm going to go with 3.
I'm not giving close to the. Yeah. So you're going with 3?
Yeah.
It was 0.
Oh.
They got spanked.
I know they got spanked, but I thought it was one of those like 55-14 sort of games. I can't even remember it. Like.
Okay, so, Wesley, you need to listen carefully.
Oh man, that's the problem here. I'm not listening.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, who was the oldest player to start a test for the Lions?
Neil Back.
I said Neil Back as well.
Neil Back is correct. Is this because he's bald, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good shout. Always go with the ball guy. Okay, who kicked the test-winning penalty?
I went with, you said it was a South African name, so I went with De Villiers, just because South African name.
No. Westy?
I don't have it.
It's Mornstein.
Oh.
Yeah, Sam, the gasp. What a reaction.
I know.
This
is the worst thing about quizzes. The worst.
I know, it's when you find the answers out.
Like, I knew that.
I know, it's a good punch. All right, so what's that? 7-5? No, 8-6?
8.
I've got 6.
Yeah, 8-6.
Yeah, I'm on 8.
Yeah.
Doing a solid 4 thing.
Sam's consistent, if anything.
I've only got one good team name so far. It's not even that good.
Well, it could make a difference at the end of this because it's tight. Okay, this is the Irish rugby section. Now.
How many team names are we allowed to
No, you have to pick your funniest one, and I'll pick the funniest one.
Oh, funny. I was going for cool. Okay.
Well, no, it has to be funny. It's funny.
Funny.
These both submit one funny team name at the end, and then whoever I think's funnier. Although the way Wesley's going, there'll be some bias. Let's just say that. Okay.
I'm a laugh riot throughout this quiz, I know.
Yeah. Okay, 8-6 going into the last round. Can Westy pull back? Let's check live odds from Paddy Power.
Nope.
Everyone look up to the odds up here. Well, that probably didn't work. If it did, though, that'll look great. Especially Wesley underneath us. That's going to be hard to pull off.
Oh, you guys are on Gary. I'm on speaker view.
Oh, you gotta
Speaker
go.
view.
You gotta go. Well, there's no. If I'm recording, there's no point in me being speaker view. It's just gonna be me. Okay. Question 1 of round 3. Irish rugby quiz, boys.
Oh.
Jacob Stockdale was the top try scorer in the 2018 Six Nations, but how many tries did he score in the 2019 tournament? I will give closest here again. I'll give closest.
I don't know.
How many did he score in 2018? It was like 9?
7 or 8, wasn't it?
7, yeah. Ridiculous. How many of them were intercepts? Like 6?
All.
Is that an intercept or a chip over the top? Okay, question number 2. Rory Best retired after the World Cup, but how many international caps did he finish with? Again, I'll give this closest. This is question 3. I threw this in purely because it kind of it's a callback to a couple of our podcasts. Question 3 is, how many players did Joe Schmidt hand the first international cap to in 2019?
In 2019.
2019.
Yeah, 2019.
In 2019.
Again, point to the closest here. Question 4. What was the final score of Ireland's Grand Slam winning match against Wales in 2009? I can give 3 options here if you wish, or if you want to just go for it.
Wesley's written something down. The Grand Slam winner in 2009.
That's one of those as well. Like, we've seen that how many times. And
I know, yeah. Jesus.
this is a pretty question that's been thrown around a lot, so I expect you to get this one. But which player ended up playing on the wing against Italy in 2013? It's not his normal position, by the way, in case you are going to put down something stupid like Keeler or something.
Playing on the wing in 2013.
Yeah, it's not his position.
In 2013?
Yeah. It was pretty, it was documented because it was very strange. Question 6. Who won Player of the Championship in the Six Nations in 2010? Irish player, obviously.
2010.
I'll narrow it down again. It's a back. It's going to be a lot of dead silence in this one because it's a quiz, but just, stay with us, folks.
Oh, Jesus, I don't know.
You can hear people thinking. That's always good.
Trying to think of that one.
Yeah,
I think all of them here.
We can come back to them. Which player scored the most tries in the 2014 Six Nations tournament?
14 Six Nations tournament.
Yeah. Again, it's a back, and it's...
Irish person, obviously.
Yes, Irish person, yes. These are all Irish. Not a player you would normally assume that would be raking in the tries.
Not a player you'd assume.
No, I wouldn't say so.
There goes my 2 guesses.
Well, there you go. I've got 2 of them out of the way for you, Sam.
Yeah.
Question 8. Who were Ireland playing in the 2007 final round of Six Nations before France denied them a championship on points difference? So you've a 1 in 4 guess, basically.
I remember this. If it's the one
I remember that summer in Dublin.
If it's the one I'm thinking of, I'm trying to remember. The problem with Six Nations more than a year ago is they're all the exact same. Like, they just blend in. They're like,
Here's a good old history question. Who did Ireland play in their very first Six Nations game back in 2000? First game.
What?
Since when it became Six Nations.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, that was a ridiculous question for a second there.
No, I said, who did Ireland play in the very first Six Nations game? Westy, do you like black out during the middle of sentences or what?
I mean, semantics are important, Smurf.
Yeah.
Phrasing of that question was misleading.
Which part?
Ireland's very first Six Nations game.
Yeah, it is their very first.
We've been in the Six Nations since the start of it.
2000. Yeah, that's what I
Six
said.
Nations, but it was the 5. I mean, whatever.
Yeah, exactly. 5 was a different word than 6.
The question should be, who was Ireland's first game against when Smurf started paying attention to rugby?
Oh, it's way later than 2000. We were talking 2014 Six Nations there, Wesley. Okay, this is a good one. This is a fun one to finish on. This is a who am I?
Bundyaki.
I can confirm not Bundyaki. I would have been raging if it was Bundyaki. Okay, I turned down the chance to tour South Africa in 1998 to finish final school exams. I then made my debut in the 1999 World Cup, but I didn't win my second cap until 3 years later. Who am I?
Jeez.
Do we want some hints about that one, like province?
I don't know. I gave a guess anyway, but
I can give province if you wish, because it's tough.
Is it going to be Leinster?
It's Leinster.
yeah, I gave a good guess.
If it was Connacht, you would know. Interesting, though, that he had 3 years in between first and second cap, though, right?
Yeah.
I've written the same player for 3 of these questions. So I'm starting to think one of them might not be right.
While looking at the answers, you should definitely change that. Okay, I'll skim through them again.
Skim through them again, yeah.
Question 1. Jacob Stockdale was the top try scorer in the 2018 Six Nations, but how many tries did he score in the 2019 tournament? West probably stopped listening after 2018 Six Nations.
7.
Rory Best retired after the World Cup, but how many international caps did he finish on? Question 3. How many players did Joe Schmidt hand the first international cap to in 2019? Not a lot. Question 4. What was the final score of Ireland's Grand Slam winning match against Wales in 0-9? Question 5. Who ended up playing on the wing against Italy in 2013? Question 6. Who won Player of the Championship in the Six Nations in 2010? Question 7. Which player scored the most tries in the 2014 Six Nations tournament? Question 8.
What was question 6 again? Sorry, I was on that.
Question 6. Like, you guys have like the attention deficit disorder.
Can we have the quiz outside?
Yeah.
Question
Sure.
6.
I'll bring like sweets next time.
All right.
Question 6. Who won Player of the Championship in the Six Nations in 2010?
2010.
Ireland player, yeah. Do you want question 7 again then?
No, 7's fine.
Okay, question 8. Who are Ireland playing in the 2007 final round of the Six Nations before France denied them a championship on points difference? Question 9. Who did Ireland play in the very first Six Nations game back in 2000? Sorry, Westy. Okay, and question 10 is a who am I? I turned down the chance to tour South Africa in 1998 because I had to finish my final school exams. I then made my debut in the 1999 World Cup, but didn't win my second cap until 3 years later. Who am I?
My one for that's wrong now. I'm thinking the timeline.
Okay, do we want some answers?
Yeah, go for it.
Question 1, I'm giving a point for the first 3. I'm giving a point for the closest. So, how many tries did Jacob Stockdale score in 2019?
1.
5.
Answer is 2. So Westy takes
Oh,
it.
it's getting close now.
So what's that? 8-7.
8-7, yeah.
Oh, how many caps did Rory Best finish on?
124.
100 and what, Westy?
17.
124 on the nose, Sam.
Ah.
Well done. That was a good answer.
Yeah, we had to hear about it for fucking 9 months.
Yeah, sure. A lot of caps, though.
A lot of caps.
I was surprised with how high it was. I knew it was in the hundreds, but
Oh, he racked up a good, like, huge amount in the last couple of years, though. Like, he was sporadically at the start and then was just, like, an ever-present for the last couple of years.
Question 3. This would be a fun one. How many caps did Joe Schmidt hand out?
5.
4.
Answer's 3.
Oh.
What's that, 9-7?
9-7.
No,
No,
10-7.
10-7.
Oh, Westy, you need a massive last few questions here.
I don't have them.
What was the final score in the 2009 Grand Slam decider?
23-21.
I said 22-20.
15-17.
Oh,
Way off.
not way off. I had the two score deficit, 2-point deficit.
Yeah, well, yeah. Okay, who ended up on the wing against Italy in 2013?
I said Wallace.
Peter Manny.
Peter Manny is
Oh,
oh, massive. Back to
I
within
had
2.
Kieran mind because I was listening to the questions. And I was like, well, he didn't play that.
What? I'd love to spend an hour in your head, Westy. It must be magical.
It's pretty fun. I don't really.
It's pretty fun.
I don't think I perceive the world the way most people do.
Yeah. Okay, question 6. Who won Player Championship in 2010?
Earls?
Westy?
I mean, it's wrong. I said Brian O'Driscoll.
No, it's Tommy Bowe.
Oh,
Mentioned earlier in the podcast.
thinking Tommy Bowe. I have his name scribbled out on a few answers.
Yeah, I'd say, imagine that. That was back when it was his purple badge. Who scored the most tries? And I gave you the hint that it was back, but not someone that you would normally affiliate with.
I said Carney.
So I had Zebo, but I crossed it out. And then I had Bod, but I crossed it out. And then I went with Sexton.
Johnny Sexton is the correct answer.
Oh,
Nice one, Westy.
oh,
Yeah.
is that one in it now? Is it
No, I don't know, is it?
10-9?
Oh, no, he has clawed it back to within 1. Nice one. Finally, some tension.
Finally, the tension.
Well, I thought that could be lopsided, possibly, but it's not.
Yeah, but you thought it'd be lopsided because it'd be like, 25-21 or something like that. Not fucking 8-7 or whatever it is.
No, it's 10-9, man. Come on.
Come on.
Okay, who were Ireland playing in the last round in 2007 before being denied?
Italy, wasn't it?
Westy?
I said Wales.
Italy is the correct answer.
Yeah, I remember it because they went for the score for ages in like the overtime. They kept going for it and they weren't getting it. I think Italy scored on the breakaway then, and ruined the getting because they wanted the points difference. I'm pretty sure that's the right game.
Now, there's 2 questions left, Westy, and you're down by 2.
I'm definitely wrong in the next one because I've said Italy.
No, that doesn't mean it's wrong. Who did Ireland play in the very first Six Nations game?
Scotland?
And you went with Italy, Westy?
Yeah.
No, it was our arch rivals, England.
Oh.
So Westy needs to get this. Sam needs to get it wrong, and then Westy has to have the funniest name to draw level. Who is the mystery player?
I said
Brian
Shane
O'Driscoll.
Byrne, but I know it's earlier.
Who, Sam?
I said Shane Byrne.
Westy?
I said Brian O'Driscoll.
No, both are wrong. Any more guesses? You're very close with O'Driscoll.
Dennis Hickey.
What was the year? The year again?
1998 was he turned
Darcy.
Ireland. Yes, Gordon Darcy.
Oh, man.
So Sam wins by 2, but Westy, you can get within a point by funniest name. So Sam,
I got
funniest
3
name.
questions. I got 3 questions right in every round.
Nice.
Solid
Cool.
30%.
Solid.
yeah, that's a fail.
Solid no grade.
It's a fail, but thanks for showing up all the same. Right, Sam, give me your funny name. See,
I came up with 3 names. None of them are funny.
I need your.
None of them are funny. I'm telling you all 3 anyway.
Okay.
The Pride of Lions, just because it's topical for the
No.
podcast. I had oddly shaped balls because rugby, and I had fat scrum half because that's a funny sentence. And that's what I got.
Westy, the door is wide open for a point here.
I had my initial one was what I wanted you to call the podcast, which was Cavan a laugh.
Yeah, true. He did one. I'm from Cavan, by the way, just in case anyone didn't get that.
And then my second one was I was going for like the sweet talking Smurf here. I went with the Big Papa Smurfs.
Yeah, it's more because Sam's were so bad, but Wesley wins.
So bad.
Wins the
50
point.
points.
My problem was I was thinking too much on the questions, trying to concentrate on winning.
Well, that worked.
Team
That
name.
worked, Sam. Congratulations.
Just gonna say,
Golf
one
clap
of
for you.
one of the least impressive showings. I'm actually very good at quizzes outside of this podcast. I'm on the leaderboard at the moment on our Sunday evening quizzes. I won 2 Corey's won 2. Other family members have won 1. So
No proof. Zero proof of that.
loads of proof.
No
Plenty
proof.
proof.
Westy, do you want to brag about your quizzing skills?
Westy's a good quiz man. Me and Westy are a good quiz team.
Westy is. He's a good quizzer.
We've entered plenty of quizzes together.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty heartbroken. You know, I used to pretend I knew stuff about rugby. Now I can't really do that anymore.
What I can do for the next one is maybe, would you prefer a general knowledge one?
I can do it a general knowledge one.
Like,
I want to do our Lions one we were talking about. I'm excited for that one.
Yeah, we will do Lions one because we want to pick a team and then we can discuss such as who should be captain.
Yeah, and I think with
why should it be Bundyaki? Basically, is the
man.
The better question is why.
Bundy Manu's centre partnership. I'm telling you.
No, I agree, and I'm picking that. Just a spoiler alert. I want to see that too.
Yeah, that's going to be the quickest segment on the show.
Yeah, 12-13, Bundy Manu. Who's the winger, guys?
But
Can I have Bundy again?
like I said to you when I was texting you, I think we should do a starting 15 and a bench, and one of the bench players has to be like your flyer, the way they had like Earls, one a young lad, very little caps, if any, because I think that'd be an interesting way of chatting, because these things can't pick themselves, a lot of the like positions. So
there's some pretty tightly contested positions, though.
Very tightly contested.
Best of luck picking a back row.
The Irish fans aren't going to be too chuffed with my omission in the front row.
Ooh.
No Furlong.
No Furlong. I'm sorry.
Ooh. Let's not spoil it. We already did spoil that part. But yeah, okay, lads. Thanks for joining. Appreciate that. We'll do another quiz at some stage because I enjoyed them. Maybe if one of you guys want to host one, maybe.
I'll host a quiz. I have a good general knowledge quiz, and I can share it on Zoom. I can share it on Zoom. So like when you're putting it up on YouTube, the actual questions will come up and all. So I can do that for you. So
okay.
I'll do that next week at some point.
Yeah, we'll do a general one, and I can participate, and everyone can laugh at me for getting everything wrong.
Nice.
But Wesley, I'm coming for you. You better sleep with one eye open, boy.
If there's any listeners, any listeners that want to get involved in the quiz, we might bring on someone, the best listener or something.
We could see if anyone got over 20 points in that quiz, which is very doable for any rugby aficionado. Then we will strongly consider bringing you on, because obviously we can't just bring on anyone. We don't know who our people is, but yeah, we'll see. If you're Donald Trump, you're not coming on. Something like that, basically. Although that would probably bring a lot of views and a lot of listens. So
yeah, that would be good. That'd be good.
I'll take that back immediately. You can come on. Yeah, we'll do that soon. Lads, appreciate it. Follow me on Twitter at @none_podcast. Facebook Master of None, Instagram Master of None, and YouTube Master of None. This will be go up on YouTube, lads. So make sure you look pretty as always, which is due, in fairness. Yeah, Westy like myself needs a haircut.
I'm wearing a hat to cover it, but yeah, I need a haircut.
I'm taking a shave in mine. I think it's come time.
I don't know. I'm just gonna wait until the barbers get open.
That's not till end of July, Sam.
I know, yeah, but I'm gonna go Jax Teller from Sons of Anarchy with the slick.
You
back.
bloody wish, Jax Teller. Yeah, well, I'm gonna go Brad Pitt then. That's what we're gonna do. That's what we're doing. All right, boys. Been a pleasure.
Nice. We'll chat to you again, but
catch you there, boys.
Cheers, lads.